You are looking live at Richard Blake Stadium here in Cocoa, Florida, as we get ready for a top 5 matchup between Brevard Sports Network Super 7, between number 1, Cocoa Tigers, and the number 3, Eau Gallie Commodores. Anthony Nachreiner, Daryl Durand, and Chase Alexander will bring you the call tonight as we are in the press box on what is a mildly humid evening here tonight in Cocoa. Wind is strong as it's going north to south, but we've got an exciting ball game for you right here on Brevard Sports Network. Let's bring on my good friend Daryl Durand. Daryl, it is great to have you on the broadcast, man, and welcome to tonight's top 5 matchup.
I appreciate it, Knock. It's good to be up here, and haven't done an Eau Gallie or Cocoa game in a while, and you and Alan have been doing a great job this year. Looking forward to this top 5 matchup, though.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think this is going to be a big question mark. This is a measurement stick. Let's take a look at it from the Eau Gallie Commodores perspective. They've had great defense so far, and offensively, they're going to want to run the football. They're going to lean on their big offensive line tonight. I think for the Commodores, it's got to be Williams and it's got to be Tavis Welch here tonight.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think Eau Gallie's defense is, going to be their backbone tonight. If they can keep Cocoa off the field, they have a shot. And I like their shot with, X back there and that Eau Gallie defense. They're playing phenomenal this year.
Yeah, I was going to say, in that defensive line, I remember seeing them against Titusville in the Kickoff Classic. No Sandman Thompson tonight for the Commodores, but I'll tell you what, just because he's gone, they still got some really talented guys off the edges. They got Markel Gowans, Josh Roberts, and they got big Brandon Brown in the middle of the defense. Caden Davis, their middle linebacker, is going to have a lot of work tonight. 50 tackles, 5 tackles for loss, 1 interception, leads the Eau Gallie Commodores in tackles this evening. Let's take a look at the Cocoa Tigers as we get ready for the coin toss. Daryl, the Cocoa Tigers, it's all Brady Hart. The last 2 games, over 900 yards passing. Javen Boggs, 7 touchdown catches in the last 2 games alone. I think that is going to be something that the Eau Gallie Commodores have to try and contain. They've got to find a way to stop. Number 5, Mr. Boggs.
Yeah, Boggs is doing great for them. Brady Hart, sophomore quarterback. I just say transfer protocol came up to Cocoa. He's been phenomenal this year. First-year starter, throwing bombs, throwing dimes. If he makes a mistake, you'll know it from the Eau Gallie side, but if Cocoa, how they've been playing they should go right to victory.
As I say, this is the first game since the debacle against St. Thomas Aquinas. Obviously, the Cocoa Tigers tried to appeal that result and unfortunately did not get that overturned. So the Tigers sit at 2-1, where they probably really should be sitting at 3-0. As we see the coin toss going on at midfield right now, the Cocoa Tigers in their home oranges, the Gallie Commodores in the road whites with red pants. The Gallie Commodores will elect to receive after the Cocoa Tigers won the toss. Tigers defer to the second half. The Gallie Commodores will start with the football, and they'll start with their dynamic kick returner in Latavius Welch. So the special teams for Cocoa are going to have to be on their P's and Q's here this evening as we get ready for a great matchup. And listen, there's also been a lot of talk on social media. We'll have to see if all the talking can get backed up here this evening by both teams. If they want to try and keep this thing close, it's going to have to come down to the Eau Gallie defense, and if Eau Gallie's offense can find ways to get themselves some short field. So trying to find them opportunities to get some turnovers, which, again, the Cocoa Tigers do not do very often. Hart's got 4 interceptions this season, only 1 interception in the last 2 games, 3 interceptions in that Jones game. But it's Boggs, Bragg, and Teeter. Very impressive as the Eau Gallie Commodores come out onto the field as we get ready for kickoff here. Daryl, just your final thoughts before we get ready for kickoff, man.
I think it's going to be a very close game. If, like I said, if Cocoa does not commit the turnovers, I believe they come out here victorious. It's going to come down to turnovers and defense. I really think that.
It's going to be a fun night for defenses because, again, as you mentioned, Daryl, the Eau Gallie Commodores, they got a good one. The Cocoa Tigers have a really good one as well. They've been tested, obviously. They gave up 21 points to Venice, gave up 36 points against St. Thomas Aquinas, obviously. But this is also a game where the defensive lines for both teams are going to be pivotal here. Talked about Robertson and Ward, the defensive tackles. We talked about Brendan Brown for the Eau Gallie Commodores, a defensive tackle. Those three guys are really, I think, going to set up or make or break successes for the offenses, because if they can find a way, if Eau Gallie's offense can find a way to nullify those 2D tackles, that's good news for Eau Gallie. If the Cocoa Tigers can find a way to nullify Brendan Brown, that's going to open up a lot of things for them as we get Gunnar Trout ready to kick things off here as we get ready for Week 5 action here on Brevard Sports Network. Gunnar Trout on his approach. He's got the wind to his back, and this one is going to go out of the end zone. We'll start first down and 10 from the Commodore 20. So, chance to see Jamari Crooms, the junior quarterback for the Commodores, and that two-horseback backfield with Latavius Welch and Devontae Williams. Again, both guys doing some nice things. Welch over 300 yards rushing this season. Williams over 200 yards rushing this season as we get ready for action. Gallie Commodores come right to that line. We'll see a little bit of a different formation as we've got two linemen lining up in the wide receiver position. Two linemen on the other side. Very interesting formation to open things up as Crooms quickly out to his receiver, and that one is going to be knocked down quickly. Coco sniffed that one out. That was Emmanuel Small on the reception, and that one loses two.
It did look like a decent, first opening play for Eau Gallie. Thought it was going to be something different. Good there for Eau Gallie, but not like you said. Coco did sniff it out. Hopefully on this down, Eau Gallie can get some positive yards here.
Yeah, you really do not want to get behind the sticks against this Cocoa Tigers defense, especially early on. They want to try and establish some momentum here in this first quarter as we look at 11:21 to go in the first. No score between the Commodores and the Cocoa Tigers. Small and Robinson, receivers to the bottom of your screen. Welch, the back in the backfield with Crooms. Second down and 12. Ball on the 18-yard line. Small, the man in motion. Handoff to Latavius Welch, who goes to the right side. He gains good positive yardage as he gets across the 25 to about the 27, 28-yard line. Bring up third and manageable for the Commodores.
Third and manageable for the Commodores on this drive. Oh, they just went back. Must be a flag on the play. Okay, they're now moving it. So third and manageable right here. They're probably going to go to the air here on third down knock. They just got about 6-7 yards on the ground. Let's see what they decide to do.
Well, I think, Darryl, that's going to be a key. With Welch's speed, they're going to have to find ways to get Welch in space. Third down and 5 for the Commodores. From the Commodores' 25-yard line, need to get to the 30 for a first down. Welch in the backfield, the pistol with Crooms. Man in motion is Robinson. Handoff right up the gut to Welch, and Welch is going to get back to the original line of scrimmage and maybe gets a half yard. It'll bring up fourth down for the Commodores. So it is fourth down for the Eau Gallie Commodores. We'll see Larisi back to punt. 9:43 to go here in the first quarter. A little bit of a low snap. Larisi gets this one off. High booming kick. Returnable for the Cocoa Tigers as it's a fair caught. Chasen makes the fair catch signal. Here comes the flag from the other sideline.
I was going to say, I did not see the fair catch signal, but that was a good hit. But if they did throw the...
It was a quick signal as he was running up.
Yeah.
9:32 to go here in the first quarter. The Cocoa Tigers get their first crack on offense as they've got good field position. That punt was fair caught at the 46, so this penalty yardage will push the Tigers into positive territory right into the Eau Gallie Commodores, and so the Commodores defense already with their back against the wall. So the penalty, 15 yards, will take it to the Eau Gallie Commodore 39.
for Cocoa Tigers.
We'll see what Brady Hart and company want to do here. Is there is a man in motion. That's the running back, Lane. Lane on the jet sweep. Gets some good yardage on the right side and is tackled hard as he's still on his feet by Small. And Small and company let him go. And so that'll be a gain of about 4.5 yards as he gets to about the 36. That'll be Small and company making the stop there. Xavier Larisi, the defensive back, got a couple of interceptions already this season. 2 interceptions, 4 pass defensed. The secondary is pretty good. They'll be tested as Hart goes quickly on the slant route to Javen Boggs across the 30. And should be enough for a first down as it takes it to about the 27.
Yeah, Larisi came in on that reception, hit him one time, but he needed some help from the defenders to help him out there on the tackle. But like you said, 1st and 10, Cocoa.
Xavier Larisi, again, a very impactful sophomore, great playmaker. Saw what he did in that kickoff classic. Brady Hart, 1st down and 10 from the 27. Lane on the handoff, right up the gut, and he'll be stopped by multiple Commodores, as that is Davis as well as Ray Berry, the 2 linebackers in on the stop.
Big stop there for Eau Gallie.
Again, right now it's so far tough for this Cocoa offense to really get some push towards the middle of this defense. So that's so far strong for the Eau Gallie Commodore defense as they face 2nd down and about, let's call it 7 here. Hart will hand off once again to Lane. Lane right up the gut, is just as I say, and he'll get to about the 18-yard line. So Cocoa Tigers going with a little bit of the running game here to start on this first drive.
3rd and 1 coming up for the Cocoa Tigers. Look for them to run the ball one more time.
I was going to say, we'll see if – I wondered if Coney might come in on this series, but it looks like it's going to stick to Lane. But it's Boggs and Bragg at the bottom of your screen. Teeter and Bryant to the top as Lane gets the handoff once again. And he'll get to the 15 after a good hard-earned yards. So the Cocoa Tigers now operating inside the Rich's Auto Tech red zone.
Yeah, Coco's short field knock, like you said, with that penalty, did not help out Eau Gallie's defense at all on this drive.
Well, Coco's offense is just so good, you just can't give them short fields. You got to try and make them drive the length of the field. As you look at 1st down and 10 from the 15, pitch out to Lane. Lane cuts back inside. He's at the 6-yard line. He'll be stopped there. Maybe the 7 is where they're going to put his progression. But, again, nice running lanes so far for Latrice and Lane. The Cocoa offensive line opening up some holes for him.
Yeah, good play call there on the toss-out sweep, kind of come back counter there. Nobody out there on the edge for Eau Gallie, and that's good pick up there for the Tigers.
Brady Hart looking for the signal from Ryan Schneider. 2nd down and 1, ball sitting on the 7-yard line in the middle of the field. Shotgun snap, handoff once again to Lane, and Lane is going to be stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Small and Davis in on the stop.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to throw a lot. If they can run the ball on Eau Gallie, they're going to run the ball because they know what Eau Gallie has back there for DBs and safeties.
Boggs right now the receiver at the bottom of your screen, trips to the top of your screen. Lane in the backfield. Lane gets the handoff once again. Lane slips 2 tacklers, and he works his way into the end zone for a Tiger touchdown.
Cocoa goes up on the Eau Gallie Commodores here at Dick Blake Stadium with 5:55 remaining in the first quarter. Cocoa 6, Eau Gallie 0.
See Gunnar Trout out to kick the extra point. Trout this year, 9 of 11 from extra points. Kicking about 80% so far this season. Bragg to hold. Snap is good. Kick is good. And it is right between the pipes. 7-0. The Cocoa Tigers lead the Eau Gallie Commodores with 5:55 to play here at Richard Blake Stadium. Brevard Sports Network would like to thank Natwick Insurance Team as they are ready to help with your home insurance and any other personal or commercial insurance needs you may have. Natwick Insurance Incorporated is trusted, choice independent insurance agency that provides insurance solutions with a personal service. Also bringing you tonight's game is American Air and Plumbing. American Air and Plumbing provides go-to pros for Florida Tough AC and plumbing services, and proud sponsors of the Brevard Sports Network, Florida Tough Player of the Month.
Folks, I just got to give a shout-out to my boy Knock here. It's my first broadcast with you, bud. But you do your homework. You are – I
try, man.
I come up here. This is like me in electrical work. You got your blueprint. You got everything up there. I mean, I'm impressed. You did a hell of a job, bud.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it, Double D. Means a lot. I try to get my homework done. I try to make sure I'm prepared and ready to rock and roll as the Eau Gallie Commodores get ready for their second offensive series. And I think one thing that I did like on the opening drive, I know they had to punt, but Welch did get a good gain on one of his carries to the outside. So I think for Eau Gallie, they've got to try and create some opportunities for Welch and some of their guys in space.
Yeah, they did get some yardage there. I mean, it just they got to maintain their blocks, get to the outside, throw them little passes if they can. You got to create an opportunity against Cocoa.
Pretty good crowd tonight for the Eau Gallie Commodores making the trip north. Gunnar Trout now on his approach, putting boot to leather here. And this one, as the wind died down a little bit, but still in the back of the end zone. That'll be his second touchback of the game as the Eau Gallie Commodores will start 1st and 10 from their own 20.
Fleming Island up on the Titusville Terriers 7-0 in the first. And the game,
intriguing.
Yeah, and the game you're seeing right here on Brevard Sports Network is 7-0 Cocoa.
So under 6 minutes to play here in the first quarter, Tigers lead 7-0. Commodores with a split backfield, Crooms in the shotgun. First down and 10. Welch, the man in motion. Handoff goes to Williams. Williams trying to come to the near side and is cut down quickly by the linebacker for the Tigers, Durand Guilford. Durand Guilford doing some nice things. He's got the season so far 25 tackles and 1 pick.
You got to make sure you seal all those blocks for Eau Gallie. He just came off the edge free as it can be.
Starting defensive line for the Cocoa Tigers, Davian Hawkins Ingram, Devarius Robertson, Lauren Ward, and Javian Hilson.
0-0 Merritt Island Heritage, first quarter.
Right now the offense moving some guys around here. We will see T.J. Robinson now go out into the slot. Williams and Welch, the backs in the backfield with Jamari Crooms. Now they'll switch sides. Welch once again the man in motion. Hand off to Williams. No, fakes, and that pass is batted down. And that was batted down by big number check that number. Actually, that was Samadri Hawkins. Samadri Hawkins looked like a defensive lineman for a second there. But Hawkins doing a nice job there with the pass breakup.
Did you see the flop out here? I don't know what happened.
Yeah, there's a penalty flag. I did not see that. That's on the near sideline. Ryan Schneider kind of blocking that flag on the field. It looks like it might go against the Eau Gallie Commodores.
I've seen a Cocoa player just fall down.
So personal foul against the Eau Gallie Commodores.
And that's not going to help them here on offense.
No, it is not.
Knock, I'll give you another one that you probably don't suspect right now. Who's winning the Astronaut Satellite game?
Well, with the way you say that sounds like Astronaut.
7-0 first quarter.
All right, so there's some interesting scores early here in the first quarter. First quarter for a lot of games as we're under 5 minutes to play. Cocoa Tigers lead 7-0, but the Eau Gallie Commodores third and long right now as Crooms trying to find some room to run, and he'll be knocked out of bounds at about the 15-yard line, and so the Eau Gallie Commodores will have to punt this thing away.
Looks like he was trying to get to number 3, Robinson, He's got 8 receptions, 112 yards on the season, and 1 touchdown. Just could not get the protection and get the ball out to him. 4th down and the space shuttle to go for the Eau Gallie Commodores, punting out of their end zone.
Crooms has got some decent targets. You look at Robinson, you got Biggs, you got Barbaro, and you got Maltzby back there for the receivers for the Eau Gallie Commodores. But right now I know Eau Gallie wants to try and get the running game going, but they're going to have to wait another drive for that one as the Cocoa Tigers defense stands tall. Larice sends this one, and this one's going to be good for the Cocoa Tigers, as this will be in positive territory once again. Back-to-back drives, Cocoa starting in Eau Gallie Commodore territory.
Started at the 39, now they will start at the 41. So not the way Eau Gallie wanted to come out in this one. I thought it was going to be a close game, but right now, I mean, Cocoa's, proving me wrong and proving why they're still, number 1 in this county.
Well, the Cocoa Tigers, I can tell you this much, they were angry about the result 2 weeks ago against St. Thomas Aquinas, so they have had 2 weeks to sit on that anchor, and I know Coach Schneider wanted the Tigers to come out and be efficient. First down and 10. 3:36 to go here in the first quarter. Tigers lead 7-0. Bragg, the man in motion. 3-step drop for Hart, looking deep for Boggs, and it is just off the fingertips of Javen Boggs.
And that's something you won't see a lot of, is Eau Gallie get beat like that. I mean, Eau Gallie the receiver did get a step on both of the defenders there.
3:28 to go after the incompletion. Also want to say thank you to BSN Sports as the athletic apparel company, not our own Brevard Sports Network, but bsnsports.com. Check them out. They got great apparel, uniforms, jerseys, all that and much more. Check out their website, bsnsports.com.
Knock, I don't know how good Baker County is this year. Kevin Mays up there does a phenomenal job, but Vieira up 7-0 on Baker County, first quarter.
Question would be is which receiver caught that touchdown from Chase Cromartie. As Hart looks quickly on the second down throw, and it's incomplete, just a little too far out in front of the sophomore running back. Lane brings up 3rd down and 10 for the Tigers.
And I just say that, and Baker County takes off for a 30-yard run. And Nelson caught the catch, what somebody commented on our broadcast.
So once again, those trio of receivers Vieira has, just like the trio of receivers here at Cocoa. Boggs and Bragg, the receivers at the bottom of your screen. And we've got a penalty. I think Javen Boggs started a little too early on his route. And that will send the Tigers back and make it 3rd down and 15.
I don't like to brag on the weather a lot, Knock, but working outside for a living every day in my life, it's nice and cool tonight.
I'll tell you, I like it now. I wish we could get 65 degrees for the next couple of weeks. I miss that Montana fall, I'll be honest.
Well, I went out in Oklahoma and worked a little bit, and you got up, at least till 10. I'm like, ooh, is there any more work out here? But then, you get the phone call, when are you coming home? I got 3 barns I'm working on now.
3rd down and 15 for the Tigers. 5 wide receivers. Hart throws quickly to Boggs on the post route at the 30 and tripped up at about the 26-yard line. And there is that connection, Hart to Boggs.
And another first down for the Cocoa Tigers. A big first down for the Cocoa Tigers.
Yeah, that looked like that was Caleb Puzzy, back the safety for the Eau Gallie Commodores. Looked like he was the man there to make the stop. Brings up 1st down and 10 from the 26. Hart hands off to Lane. Lane works his way through the middle of the defense, bobs and weaves, and is brought down by Larice as well as Josh Roberts.
Oh, you said Larice. His mama's watching from the ATL. Hey, Miss Nikki. Thank you for tuning in to your number 1 sports source here on the Space Coast. I got to give my Eau Gallie people some love too, so they don't hit me. I was going to say the other word, but we'll probably get banned.
Hart hands off to Malachi Coney this time. Coney testing the inside of that Commodore defense. Robertson on the stop once again as he gets to the 14-yard line. So that'll be enough for another first down for the Cocoa Tigers with 2:08 to go here in the first quarter. Davian Hawkins Ingram, the up back for the Tigers. Kind of their heavier formation.
One-on-one down here near side.
Coney gets the handoff once again, testing that edge. He spins around across the 10, down to about the 8-yard line, as it looked like Barry and Lareeson on the stop.
Yeah, X-Man over there, I don't know who was diving at the feet, but I know if it was X, his daddy's yelling from the sidelines to him. I can hear him over here. But stay up, Eau Gallie. Good angles, though.
1 minute, 28 seconds to go as we got whistles as second down and 4. And it looks like the Eau Gallie Commodores are going to take a timeout. And I want to discuss this setup here with 1:24 to go here in the first quarter. Fast first quarter here as well. Cocoa Tigers right now inside the Riches Auto Tech red zone, home of the million-mile warranty. Riches Auto Tech is your trusted local resource for car repair of all makes and models. Our ASE certified mechanics will ensure your vehicle is fixed correctly on your first visit. We'll also offer free loaner cars for customers as well as other service perks. For more information or to book an appointment, call 321-726-0636 or visit online at www.richesautotech.com. Anthony Nachreiner, Daryl Durand, Chase Alexander bringing you tonight's Tigers versus Commodores game here on Brevard Sports Network. Thank you again for everybody tuning in to tonight's game. A battle between top 5 Super 7s on the BSN rankings. Number 1, Cocoa. Number 3, the Eau Gallie Commodores. Number 2 team, Rockledge Raiders, got a win last night against Osceola, 19-16. Hart, second down and 4. Play action. Looking to the end zone, and that is a touchdown for Javen Boggs and the Cocoa Tigers.
Yeah, Cocoa flooded the end zone on that, quarterback draw and just was flooding over here. He had 3 receivers in the back of the end zone. Eau Gallie just could not cover all of them.
1:17 to go here in the first quarter. 13-0 right now. Cocoa Tigers leading pending the extra point. Bragg to hold, Trout to kick. Snap is good, hold is good, and the kick is between the uprights. 14-0, the Tigers lead the Eau Gallie Commodores.
Like to thank P2K Vac Truck Service Needs. P2K, thank you for your support of BSN Sports. Christy Dabney there. If you need any information, please give us a message here to our Facebook page, and we'll get you in contact if you need any Vac Truck Service needs. And JT Andrews Framing and Remodeling. Thank you all for sponsoring this broadcast. Without our local support, we could not bring you each and every game that we broadcast for you here on BSN. We try to do 4 to 5 games a week. And without, the local support, we could not do this. So thank you. Please shop local and support local businesses that bring you these games.
Also want to give a big shout-out to our good friend Donnie Reber Jr. Fans, if you haven't checked out his story, make sure you do. Donnie right now battling cancer. He needs all of our thoughts and prayers, and if you can make a donation, anything can help. So please check out the Brevard Sports Network Facebook page for ways to help Donnie. Donnie, we're thinking of you, buddy. Keep fighting, man. Gunnar Trout to kick this one off, and this will be in the end zone. Larice will not have a chance to return it. So the Commodores, once again, from their own 20, first down and 10 with 1:17 to go.
Heritage just scores on Merritt Island, 6-0, pending the extra point. All tied up at Astronaut Satellite up there. And Vieira leading Baker County 7-0.
Gallie Commodores offense, last 2 possessions, both 3 and out. Got to change things here as they face a 14-0 deficit here late in the first quarter.
It is 6-0 because Heritage does not have a kicker. With all that talent down there, they don't have a kicker.
Man in motion is Makai Biggs as it makes a trips formation. Crooms throws quickly out to Biggs in the wide receiver screen, and the Commodores will get 2 yards on the screen. Good job by the defense corralling Biggs there, not allow any more.
Not bad, play calling for Eau Gallie. They're just not sealing their blocks on the edge.
Well, this defense, that is tough to do. And you look at their young players, you got C.J. Hester, Jay Sean Smith. I mean, the defensive backs, Josh Brown, Nathan Chasen as well, doing a nice job. Like, this is a team that they're a little bit younger in the secondary compared to last year, but, man, the talent is still there. It's as if they didn't really lose anybody because these guys have been playing so well here early on in the season as we see 2nd down and 8 for the Commodores. Crooms in the shotgun. Welch, the man in motion. And we got a penalty flag.
I had false start, but I guess Coco got drawn off there.
So the Tigers will be guilty of the 5-yard penalty. That'll move it up, and the Gallie Commodores with a chance to pick up a first down here with 2nd down and short. Ball sitting on the 27-yard line. Welch once again the man in motion. Crooms looking to go deep, and that one's going to be incomplete. T.J. Robinson was the intended wide receiver as that falls incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 4.
I think that one that he should have gave it. He had the hole there. He would have got the 3 yards in my eyes up here. Probably would have got 4 to 5. Fleming Island up on the Titusville Terriers 10-7.
17 ticks to go here in the first quarter, 14-0. The Tigers leading the Eau Gallie Commodores. 3rd down and 4.
Big play coming for Eau Gallie right now.
Ball needs to get to the 30 of Eau Gallie for a first down. Crooms in the shotgun with Welch and Williams.
Coco looking to blitz right now. Eau Gallie's got to pick it up.
Hawkins looks to blitz. He does. And it's Williams out in the flat. It'll be just short, about a yard short of the first down marker as Crooms had to get rid of that one quickly.
No, he's short. They're saying first down, but, I got him short from up here. Timeout, Coco.
So Coco taking a timeout here with 8 seconds to go in the first quarter. Tigers lead 14-0 against the Eau Gallie Commodores.
I mean, I know it's early in the game right now, Knock, but Eau Gallie can't, Eau Gallie can't be forced to punt again. They need to go for this. I mean, if they do punt, they're only going to maybe punt to the 35-40. If they get a good punt off, I know you're going to be giving Coco short field again if you do not get it.
Well, at this point, Eau Gallie's got to come up with something to keep that offense off the field because right now they got to give their defense a break. Again, the last 2 possessions, 3 and out here. The Eau Gallie Commodores need a first down, and it looks like Eau Gallie's going to go for it.
And that's where you go back to that 2nd down, and they passed it instead of giving it right there. I think between the 2nd and 3rd down, they would already have the first down here. Well,
the question becomes, what do you call here? Do you try and give it to Williams and you try and gain that 1 yard where it's so tough up the middle against that Tiger defense? We'll find out. 4th down and 1. Williams gets the handoff, and he is going to be stuffed as that was Parham as well as Robertson.
Yeah,
I think that might have been Hawkins as well in on the stop. So a host of Tigers in on the stop there.
Wrong call in my eyes. You did not even have a lead blocker there. You had 2 defenders coming off the edge, 2-on-1 against Eau Gallie, and 2-on-1 is going to win 90% of the time there. And now Coco at the 29, 28 yard line. So they've started at 39, 41. Now the 29-ish yard line.
Yeah, somewhere in the middle there. But either way, first down and 10 for the Coco Tigers. Bragg and Boggs, receivers at the bottom of your screen. Hart looking that way, looking for Boggs, and that'll be incomplete. Good coverage there, and that was DJ Maltzby in on the coverage there for the Eau Gallie Commodores.
And that's going to end the first quarter. Your Coco Tigers here at Dick Blake Stadium 14. Your Eau Gallie Commodores 0. Thank you all for tuning into the broadcast here, your number one sports source for sports programming here on the Space Coast. That's right, BSN Sports, Brevard Sports Network. I am Double D Daryl Durand here, helping Knock and Chase out here at Dick Blake Stadium. Melbourne is on the road. We should have some Melbourne action live next week here on BSN, but they are out at Toho. We're trying to get you a score of that game. If you have any scores, please put them in the comments. We'd appreciate it.
Again, folks, make sure to check out for all your athletic apparel and jersey needs. Check out bsnsports.com. They've got you covered. And no, not quite Brevard Sports Network, but bsnsports.com. Check them out. They got great apparel, jerseys, uniforms, all the types of things that you need. Make sure you check them out, bsnsports.com. Proud sponsors tonight of Brevard Sports Network. As we'll see the Cocoa Tigers now operate. Be second down and 10 after the incompletion to Boggs. And we've got the referee holding things up, even though we got a snap.
Melbourne down 3-0, 5 minutes to go in the first. Coach Panucci's defense on the field a lot again tonight. Hopefully that offense can get something going for them.
All right, we get things settled and ready to rock and roll once again. First, second down and 10. Hart in the shotgun lane as Hart gets some pressure from the backside. That was Brendan Brown bringing the heat. That one falls incomplete and forces a third down as the Eau Gallie Commodores trying to get their first stop of the night. The Eau Gallie Commodores on the last drive for Cocoa. They had like a 3rd and 15, but it was Hart to Boggs that got the first down, and then ultimately a touchdown later on in that drive. We'll see if the Eau Gallie Commodores can try and force a punt here or force a long field goal. 3rd down and 10. Ball needs to get to the 18 for a first down for the Tigers. So Jamal Smith and DJ Bryant, the receivers at the bottom of your screen. Bragg and Boggs, the receivers at the top. Hart looks inside, and that's for Bragg. He's going to get inside the 5. He'll be stopped at the 1, and that'll make it first down and goal inside the Rich Auto Tech red zone.
Eau Gallie, a defender there, falls down trying to make the tackle, and Cocoa just, takes advantage of the mistake there by Eau Gallie and gets inside the 5-yard line, and it's hammer time for the Cocoa Tigers once again, and Knock, you hit the hammer before the game on this game.
Yeah, I was going to say the Eau Gallie Commodores offense needs to be on the field to give their defense a break. Their defense has been on the field quite a bit here so far, and that's asking a lot. I know how good Eau Gallie's defense is, but again, they need a breather as well, so the offense has got to come up with something here on this next drive. We'll see if the Eau Gallie Commodores, though, can hold Cocoa to a field goal as we got the big formation in. Hawkins Ingram, the up back. Lane is going to get stuffed as he'll be knocked back at the 5.
Eau Gallie all over that play.
Again, the Eau Gallie Commodores, they got a big defensive line themselves. Again, looking at Markel Gowans, Redmond Thompson, Brendan Brown, Josh Roberts. Again, they're a formidable group up front. Brings up second down and goal from the 5.
Loss of 4 on there.
I was going to say, and like I said, Brendan Brown's a game wrecker. I talked to Coach Sands earlier this week about Brendan Brown. And this is what he had to say about him. He just said it's an athletic ability. Not many people know how athletic Brandon is. He could change direction, run, and has overall great strength. His technique, as you see on film, is a priority for him, and he's working his tail off. That's what Coach Sands had to say about big number Brandon Brown, number 20. As Lane gets stuffed once again, this time by don't have a number 25 on my Eau Gallie roster. So either way, the Eau Gallie Commodores, again, forcing a 3rd down and long. 3rd down and goal here for the Tigers. Trips at the top of your screen. Handoff once again to Lane. Lane gets to about the 3 or 4. Ball pops out, but they're going to say he's down by contact, and that is going to bring up 4th down from the 3. Decision time for Coach Ryan Schneider.
Helmet comes off of one of them big Eau Gallie defensive linemen. I think Coco's going to go for it. If you don't get it, Eau Gallie's going to have to start on their own 4-yard line. So good call here by the coach.
Gunnar Trout would be very easy for him to make from this range. But Brady Hart will snap it, hand it off to Lane. Lane churning those legs, and he might be just short.
Good stop there by Eau Gallie. He is short. Turnover on downs. But the Cocoa defense is just as good as their offense. And, the Commodores are now on their own 1-yard line. So they've started inside their 20-yard line every drive this game.
I was about to say this is worse than what they've had the last 3 possessions. And as you mentioned, Double D, this defense. 2nd down and 10 for the Eau Gallie Commodores. Sorry about that. A little technical difficulty. We're back. Crooms looks quickly out to Biggs once again, and that'll get out to about the 5, maybe the 6. They're going to put him at the 6. Gain of 5 yards, bring up 3rd down and 5 for the Commodores. So 3rd down and 5. Ball needs to get to the 11-yard line for the Eau Gallie Commodores to get a 1st down. Trips to the bottom of your screen. Looks like we're going to see some man coverage from the Tiger defense. Davius Welch will sidecar to the left of Crooms. Crooms gets the snap. Blitzer coming. This one's going to be caught by an Eau Gallie Commodore receiver. That is Biggs once again. Flag comes in. Biggs gets to the 15. That should be more than enough for a 1st down, and you're probably looking at maybe a face mask on the end of that.
Good catch there by the Eau Gallie Commodores, giving them a 1st down and a little bit more, hopefully, here.
So the Eau Gallie Commodores getting that 1st down. We'll wait for the officials to decide what the penalty's on. That might be a face mask. Yep, and that is going to be a face mask against the Cocoa Tigers, and that will move Eau Gallie 15 more yards. But again, nice play design there from Crooms to Mackay Biggs, and right now Eau Gallie looking Biggs' way. Biggs caught both the passes there on that series, and we'll see what they do here with now 1st down and 10 from their own 30. Biggs, the man now in motion, going behind the quarterback. Crooms looks inside, and that is going to be incomplete. Eau Gallie gets a penalty flag coming out.
I thought it was a good defensive play.
Yeah, I thought so too. I thought that was just a good hand on the ball.
Heritage up 12-0 on Merritt Island.
So right now Merritt Island's offense not exactly moving yet.
10-7 Fleming Island on Titusville. And we're trying to get you some more scores around the town.
Pass interference.
So pass interference on the Tigers. That'll move it 15 more yards. And another 1st down for the Commodore offense. Right now, Commodores, their best drive of the game as we got 8 minutes. Here in the 2nd quarter, the Tigers leading 14-0.
15-7 in the 2nd. Satellite up on Astronaut. And still 7-0 Baker County and Vieira.
Brendan Brown, the big up back for the Commodores. In the backfield, Williams to his left for Crooms. Welch now the man in motion. Welch trying to test the edges, and that's going to be a loss as the Cocoa Tigers make the Commodores fail that test.
Got to go north and south. Got to go north-south. Cannot afford to go east and west. St. Joseph Academy, 7. Melbourne Central Catholic, 7. 2nd quarter. Cocoa Beach down 6-0 to Halifax, 2nd quarter.
Ball sitting on the 41 of the Eau Gallie Commodores, a loss of about 4. And so that'll bring up 2nd down and 14 for the Commodores. Can Eau Gallie get across midfield here? Again, they've done a nice job, obviously, with some penalties from the Cocoa Tigers aiding this drive. But right now, Eau Gallie trying to put some points on the board as they trail 14-0 after a big defensive stand by the Eau Gallie Commodore defense. Biggs, the man in motion, coming to the bottom of your screen. Crooms loses the football, and it looks like a Tiger might come up with it. We'll see. Nope, that was Redmond Thompson for the Commodores who recovers the fumble, and so more yardage lost. The Commodores, as they're going backwards, will go all the way back to the 37-yard line.
Eau Gallie was driving the ball decent, got a couple penalties here, and now the Cocoa defense is, waking up once again here at Dick Blake Stadium.
6 minutes and 37 seconds to go here in the second quarter. 14-0 Cocoa leading the Eau Gallie Commodores. Dawson, Barbaro, Robinson, the receivers at the bottom of your screen. Biggs at the top of your screen. Cocoa looking like they might show a blitz here. They do. Hawkins coming. Crooms looks quickly, and that one is almost intercepted by Javian Hilson. He bobbled it for a couple of yards and then couldn't quite come up with it, and that'll force a Commodore punt.
Eau Gallie trying to a couple good things there, but just could not get it over of the Cocoa defender. Almost a pick six there for Cocoa. Eau Gallie now forced to punt and knock our own Melbourne Bulldogs are up on Toho in the second quarter, 7-3. Now Melbourne did lead at halftime last week. Can our Bulldogs finally finish a game and get their first victory of the season?
A lot of football to be played, and we got a lot of football here to be played as well, as the Tigers right now going to get the ball back, and we got an officials timeout for water. And as they do that, we would like to take some time to thank some of our sponsors here that make our games here on Brevard Sports Network happen. I want to say thank you to American Air and Plumbing, Brevard's go-to pros for Florida Tough AC and plumbing services, and proud sponsors of the Brevard Sports Network, Florida Tough Player of the Month. You can check them out at AmericanAirandPlumbing.com. They've been serving Brevard since 1942. Also want to say again to our good friend Donnie Reber, who's currently battling cancer over in Tampa at the Moffitt Cancer Center. Again, our thoughts and prayers with Donnie as he's battling. Again, if you can, folks, check out the Facebook post about Donnie Reber. If you want to help out, his thoughts and prayers and any financial contributions you can make will go a long way for helping Donnie's fight against cancer. Fourth down as Larice will punt this one away. Able to get it as he corrals the high snap. Bragg thinks about it, but he will not return it. And Eau Gallie right now will give down at about the 23-yard line. The Cocoa Tigers, for the first time tonight, here midway through the second quarter, they are operating on their own side of the 50.
Yeah, good kick by X-Man there to get it away. Barely got it away because Cocoa had a lot of pressure on the Eau Gallie offensive line there, but it took a couple tumble rolls down, and they're at the 25-24-yard line of Cocoa here in the second quarter. 1st and 10, Tigers. Palm Bay is up on, I believe that's Fort Pierce Central, 6-0 in the second.
Remember, folks, this Sunday, the Brevard Sports Network's Super 7 new rankings come out Sunday night. Look forward to that. Also, check out our post-game show at Walk-Ons this evening, 45 minutes after the last game goes final. You can check us out. We'll have everything. We'll recap everything from tonight's action, as we'll be down at Walk-On in Vieira. 5:57 to go here in the second quarter. Tigers lead 14-0 over the Eau Gallie Commodores. The Commodores defense came away with a big stop as we've got a penalty flag. Might be, I don't know if it's delay a game or not, but a penalty flag from the back judge.
Yeah, delay of game is what they're going to call. So Cocoa now 1st and 15, going backwards in their own territory.
So that'll back them up to the 17-yard line. Again, you look at what Javen Boggs has done in the last two games coming into tonight. 21 catches, 398 yards, 7 touchdowns. As Lane gets the handoff right up the gut and is brought down quickly by a couple of Commodore defenders that looked like Barry in on the stop. The good outside linebacker for the Commodores. Gain of about 4 as he takes it to about the 20, or sorry, check that. Yeah, it takes it to about the 19, so a gain of a couple. So second down and about 14 to go here for the Cocoa Tigers. 5:25 to play here in the second quarter. Brady Hart, play action. Now looking to throw. That one is almost intercepted.
Is that number 11?
No, that is Caleb Puzzy, the defensive back, almost taking it to the house, and that could have spelled trouble, but it falls to the ground, falls incomplete. It'll be third down and long for the Tigers.
Well, Galley's defense finally might have woken up a little bit, trying to get Coco to punt this ball for the first time tonight. Finally, Coco has to drive the whole field, and, the first three drives that Coco's had, at the 31, the 29, and the 41-yard line, they've had short fields.
Right now, the Cocoa Tigers need to get to about the 34-yard line for a first down. Hart looks to Hawkins Ingram, and that'll get across the 20 to about the 22. It'll be well short of first down yardage. Is Small was in on the stop.
Good wrap up there by the Eau Gallie Commodores.
So a gain of a couple there, and that will force the Cocoa Tigers to punt. So the Eau Gallie defense does a nice job and a great tackle by Emmanuel Small. Small and Barry, the outside linebackers on this Commodore defense, made their presence felt here so far tonight.
All right, let's see if the X Factor can get one to the house for the Eau Gallie Commodores, cut this lead in half.
The Reese has got a kick return for 81 and a punt return of 78 this season. Right now, Larice sitting on his own 42-yard line. Gunnar Trout, pretty good punter himself, averages about 32.5 yards per punt. Trout kicks this one end over end. This will not be returnable, but it will take a Tiger bounce as it goes out of bounds at about the 49-yard line.
Yeah, 49, 50-yard line.
50-yard line.
Eau Gallie, great field position here, late in the second quarter to try to cut this lead in the in the second quarter to half here at Dick Blake Stadium. Smart call not to kick to Larice there. X-Man just talented all the way around the ball. Great family, and, if he would have got that, I'm sure, I'm a betting man, he would have been to the house some way or another.
Larice is dangerous with the ball in his hands, and right now the Eau Gallie Commodores need to find somebody on offense to get dangerous here to try and cut into this Tiger lead. Tigers lead 14-0 here with 4:12 to go in the second quarter. Williams in the backfield with Crooms. Mackay Biggs now the man in motion, goes behind. Play action. Crooms looks to throw. This one looks like for Robinson, was the intended receiver, goes incomplete. He wanted a penalty, will not get it. It'll be second down and 10.
Just a little too much on that ball, trying to loft it in there for the receiver, and just out of reach. Second and 10 for EG.
.406 to play here before halftime, and what do we have for you at the halftime? Absolutely nothing.
The Eau Gallie band might go. We try to get them on here.
Maltzby along with Robinson. And I want to say Barbaro out there at receiver. Welch will line up now in the wing. Crooms all alone. Be Mackay Biggs in motion. Crooms facing pressure. Got to step up. And he'll lose a couple of yards as he was shoestring tackled by the senior defensive tackle, Lauren Ward.
Quarterback trying to make something happen there for the Commodores. Nothing happening there so far. The defensive line just collapsed that pocket very quickly. Could not, keep them out. The Eau Gallie Commodores have to give the quarterback another second and a half to try to get that ball away.
Lauren Ward, the big defensive tackle for the Cocoa Tigers. That was his fifth sack on the season, was coming in tonight with 4. That'll be his fifth. Again, I can't give enough credit to Robertson and Ward. As a former defensive tackle myself, I love watching great defensive tackles. Those two guys are absolutely it. As we'll see, third down and 12 for the Commodores. They need to get to the Cocoa 40 for a first down. Parham looks like he might show blitz here. Crooms, high snap. Got to corral it, gives it to Welch. Welch trying to test those edges of that Cocoa Tiger defense. And once again, Hawkins in on the stop. We called his name a couple of times as he corrals the speedy Welch.
I think if that snap was not high there, Eau Gallie had a chance to get to the outside. Just that snap being high, gave the defense just that much more advantage there on the outside.
So right now, the Eau Gallie Commodores will punt once again. The best field position they've had here in the first half. And unfortunately, can't move the ball too much as they lose a couple of yards on this series.
Melbourne Central Catholic 10, St. Joseph Academy 7, second quarter.
2:25 to go here before halftime. Larice gets this one off. Good punt. Might be returnable for Bragg, and this one goes back inside. Takes a hop that Bragg wasn't expecting. And it'll be first down and 10 for the Tigers at about the
20-yard
line. Okay, so they are going to call it at the 20. I wasn't sure if
no,
somebody touched it before the 20.
No, he kicked it right at the 20. He didn't get all of that kick. He was trying to keep it out of the end zone there, but, second time in a row, the Cocoa Tigers got to go 80 yards, and we seen what happened last time. Eau Gallie defense, turned it up a little bit, keeping them to a punt. 2:11 left in the second quarter.
$2:11 to go here on the Gardner scoreboard. That's my old scoreboard sponsor. 2:11 to go here before halftime. The Cocoa Tigers, they've got 2 minutes to run the 2-minute offense, see if they can put some more points on the board. They lead 14-0. Coney, the man in motion. Hart steps back, facing pressure. Got to escape it. Gets it out to an open Cocoa Tiger receiver, and he'll get across the first down and more as he's tackled by a host of Commodore defenders. That was Malachi Coney in on the reception. Nice job catching it out of the backfield.
Hart a little shaky getting up, but way to take a lick from that defensive player from Eau Gallie and get the ball away and get a first down for the Cocoa Tigers.
Big first down for the Tigers offense as they move. And the Tigers not feeling really in a hurry at the moment. Again, the clock is stopped at the moment. Chains are set. Trips formation at the top of your screen. Bryant, the lone receiver, at the bottom of your screen. Hart drops back to throw. Looks over the middle of the field, and that is Bragg once again trying to break free. He's lost the football, and that's going to be recovered by Ray Berry, the Eau Gallie Commodore outside linebacker. A mistake by the senior receiver, C.J. Bragg, you don't often see.
What a huge break Eau Gallie just did, because that receiver, if he did not turn back and just kept going like he caught the ball, he was gone for 6, what I could see up here in the booth. But, try to cut it back a little bit. Eau Gallie got to him, stripped the ball, and it's 1st and 10 Eau Gallie Commodores.
1:51 to go here before halftime as the Eau Gallie Commodores offense, after the Commodore defense getting the first turnover of the evening. So far, the Eau Gallie defense has kind of settled in. It's been early first quarter for the Cocoa Tigers in terms of scoring. A 6-yard touchdown run by Lane and an 8-yard touchdown pass from Hart to Boggs. Back in the first, that's your scoring right now as Cocoa leads 14-0. Crooms gets a low snap, trying to throw. Pump fakes, now runs to his outside. Parham right there, shakes one defender, but he'll be brought down after a couple of yards. Crooms making some plays with his legs, sets up second down and about 7 to go here for the Commodores. Ball at the 44. Clock continues to roll here. Not seeing a ton of urgency yet for the Commodores. 1:15 to play here in the second quarter. I know Gallie would like to try and cut into this lead before halftime as they have the ball. Dawson Barbaro, the receiver, at the bottom of your screen. Crooms hands off to Williams. Williams turns those legs across the 45 to about the 46.5-yard line. That'll bring up third down and about 3.5 to go. Ball needs to get to there it is. There's the first down marker. Ball needs to get to midfield for a first down. Low snap for Crooms as he throws to Dawson Barbaro, and Barbaro comes up with the catch. And it'll be a first down for the Commodores. Now they got to hurry up and try and take advantage as they got 28 seconds left before halftime.
I believe Eau Gallie has one timeout left. Running the clock.
A 16-yard gain from Crooms to Barbaro. And the Commodores will take a timeout. 22 seconds to go before half. And, Daryl, what kind of play do you draw up here?
I don't know. I just seen Chris Sands was not happy. I believe he was trying to call a timeout before they ran the clock there, so they were trying to get that 6 seconds put back on the clock. But I don't know. You try a couple post routes here. I don't think you're going to do anything with running the ball on the outside unless you just empty receivers and go, and then you try to get the run, 10-yard run, get out of bounds. Can their kicker get a field goal?
Well, looking at Maldonado so far this season, he hasn't actually attempted a field goal as far as I can tell. He's 4 of 7 for extra points this season, so no field goal at least attempted as far as I know, as far as the stats said at Max Preps. So I think, if anything, you got to look to the sidelines here, try and create an opportunity maybe where you can throw the ball in the end zone from more like the 20-25 instead of from the 37-yard line. But we'll see what Coach Chris Sands and the Eau Gallie Commodores do here. First down and 10. Welch splits out wide. Empty backfield for Crooms. Now Welch in motion. As there's a sack by the big man, Lauren Ward, once again. Crooms did not have a chance to step up into that pocket.
No, he did not, and Eau Gallie will use their last timeout. They just used back-to-back timeouts. When your offensive line is just standing there and you see the whole Cocoa defensive line in your backfield, that's when Coach told you, quarterback, you go up the center, hike the ball, and let them hit the other people in practice. No effort right there by the Eau Gallie offensive line. Just open the floodgates, and the defense line of Cocoa took advantage.
Lauren Ward in on the sack. That's 2 sacks tonight for Lauren Ward. He's got 6 here so far on the season. 4 coming in tonight. 4 tackles for loss as well. 15 tackles on the year as well. Again, this Cocoa Tiger defensive line, they know how to get pressure. Hilson with 5 sacks. Ward with 6. Robertson with 4. Davian Hawkins Ingram with 5 as well.
3-12 in the Merritt Island Heritage game.
Second down and a mile. 17 seconds to go before halftime. Crooms in the backfield. In the shotgun. Second down and a mile. Larice in on the offensive snap as that one is intended for DJ Maltzby. Maltzby went a little too deep on his route and now fall incomplete. Bring up third down and long. Ball needs to get to the 28 of Cocoa for a first down.
Looked like it might have been tipped at the line there. It's a third down and a space shuttle to go for the Eau Gallie Commodores. 21-7 satellite on Astronaut in the second.
Third down and about 6:17 to go here. Again, ball needs to get to the 28 of Cocoa for a first down. No timeouts for the Commodores. So if they are going to go, they got to go to the sideline to stop the clock. Larice once again out of the backfield. Crooms steps up, looks to Larice into the flats. Larice makes a play, cross first down yardage. Larice trying to get to the end zone. Larice, down at the 6, and I don't know if they're going to have enough time. Oh, they do stop the clock
to move the chains, but they have to just snap it. They cannot.
They only have 1 second left on the clock here. As soon as that ball's set, that ball's got to be hiked. Right now we're waiting. Looks like they're waiting for the chain gang to move. So that is going to do it. Dang. They could not move. They could not get the snap, and that is the end of the half. What a play by Larice out of the backfield. The Eau Gallie Commodores get close, but not close enough. We go to halftime. Your score, Tigers 14, Commodores 0, as you're watching high school football in Week 5 in Brevard County here on Brevard Sports Network.
At the half, the Vieira Hawks 14-0 on Baker County. Try to get you a couple more scores here. Toho now up 10-7 on the Melbourne Bulldogs at half. Palm Bay 7-0 on Central. try to get you a couple more here. Melbourne Central Catholic 10, St. Joseph Academy 7. Cocoa Beach down 6-0 to Halifax Academy. And that's going to do it what I have for the Space Coast football night here as the Eau Gallie Marching Band comes to the field here at Dick Blake Stadium. You are watching BSN broadcast here at Dick Blake Stadium. The Tigers lead the Commodores 14-0 at the half. I'd like to thank Natwick Insurance, Rich's Auto Tech, JT Andrews, Framing and Remodeling, P2K, vac truck service needs with Christy Dabney. If you need any information on any of our sponsors, please feel free to give us a message here at BSN, and we will get you in contact with the sponsors that bring you this broadcast each and every week. Without their support, we could not be here broadcasting here on the network. So please support local and buy local.
Drum majors, is your band ready? Please welcome to the field the Eau Gallie High School Marching Commodores. They will be presenting selections from their 2023 program, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. They are under the direction of band director Anthony Atkinson, with assistance from Mason Taylor. Their percussion director is Dan Pedroza, color guard director and choreographer Joshua Daly, and help from Caleb Small. Their principal is Keith Barton. Their band captain is Charles Garcia Belletti. Drum majors are Madison Hirsch, Shelby Burris, and Trista Spearlosi. You may begin your show. Gallie High School Marching Commodores.
All right, welcome back here as we get ready for second half action between the Cocoa Tigers and the Eau Gallie Commodores. Double D joining me right now, along with Chase Alexander, Anthony Nachreiner here, bringing you tonight's action here on Brevard Sports Network. Before we dive into analysis of what both teams should do in the second half, I want to again say and shout out to Donnie Reber Jr., who's right now battling cancer. Our thoughts and prayers with Donnie and his family right now as he's battling. Again, folks, if you can also do the same, thoughts and prayers, any financial support you can help or provide and to help with Donnie's family and all the things that he's battling right now, please do so. Again, if you haven't seen the post, you can check it out on Brevard Sports Network. We'll share it once again. But again, Donnie, keep fighting, man, and you are in our thoughts and prayers in his battle right now. Keep fighting, brother. Daryl, just looking at the Eau Gallie Commodores, again, you know, they got a little bit of short field. They started there, but some nice things that you saw from Eau Gallie on that last drive. I know they didn't score. They did get to the one, but some nice things from the Commodore offense.
Remind me of that Rams, was it 99 Super Bowl?
Yeah.
If Eau Gallie can keep it moving, they're starting to move the ball a little bit, but when you give Cocoa the ball on their own, what we say, the 29-31 and the 41, and they only came away with 14 points, you kind of got to chalk that up as a win. You know how powerful this Cocoa team is. They held them down there at the one when Cocoa went for it on fourth. You know, you look back, if Eau Gallie, you know, comes and gets the victory, should they have kicked that field goal there? Only time will tell. I mean, I know you've seen a three-point game with Cocoa that went down to the last wire down there in St. Thomas Aquinas. But I think it's still going to be a tight game. If Eau Gallie can hang in there, maybe get some points, you're going to see Cocoa fight, but I just can't see Cocoa pulling away right now.
Well, what I'm interested to see what happens is they had some success with the Reese out of the backfield. I'm curious if they try to use him, because right now Eau Gallie needs all their playmakers on the offensive side of the football right now. Cocoa did help with some penalties in the couple of last drives, but I'm curious your thoughts on that. Durand, do we see the X-Man on offense a little bit more here in the second half?
I think you do. I mean, he's one of the most talented players around the world. Today, I mean, 40 D1 offers. I lost count. I mean, I'm hoping he goes to Florida, but I know it's the NIL deal. He's probably going to go to Florida State. My perspective, he's been a Florida State guy all his life. But like you said, you got to put your playmakers on offense. X-Man is your 5-star athlete for Eau Gallie. You got to have him on, not every play on offense, but you got to have them a couple plays on offense to get that spurt, around the corner or a deep pass like you seen right before halftime.
Looking at it from the Cocoa Tigers' perspective, the Tigers have left some points on the board. Bragg had a big play, looked like he could have scored possibly, unfortunately was stripped, and ultimately that ends a promising drive for the Cocoa Tigers. Again, Eau Gallie's defense has done some nice things in the first half, but it feels like Cocoa Tigers have missed some opportunities in that first half. Hart and Boggs weren't exactly on the same page. They do have a touchdown pass, and Boggs did make some nice plays, but it doesn't quite feel like everything is hitting on all cylinders. We'll see if the second half that changes. I expect that it will. But at the same time, too, I've been really impressed with Latrice Lane and how he's been able to run the football against a very good front.
Yeah, I agree with you right then on that. Cocoa did run the ball pretty good there. Passed a couple times. I think they would have had another touchdown there if their receiver did not cut back on that, and Eau Gallie stripped for the fumble there. But let's see what Brady Hart and the offense dials up. Sophomore quarterback here for Cocoa. Eau Gallie has a solid defense. Eau Gallie had the ball to start the game. They will be on defense, which hopefully that defense got a good amount of rest at halftime knock, because they're going to need it if they can't keep Cocoa off the field.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think for the Cocoa Tigers, I'm really curious to see what Coach Schneider dials up here on this opening drive, what they wanted to script here in this second half. Again, Brady Hart coming into tonight, the last 2 games he's played, he's thrown for 900 yards. Javen Boggs has got 398 yards receiving on 21 catches, 7 touchdowns. You look at C.J. Bragg's last 2 games, 21 catches, 268 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So I'm very curious to see how they get their playmakers the ball. As we see Brendan Brown kick this one, take a little bit of a short hop, and it's going to be missed as Chasen chases it. He's able to corral it now, and still on his feet, tackled hard, though, by multiple Commodore defenders, and that was Emmanuel Smalley, outside linebacker. But the Cocoa Tigers able to avert disaster. Will be first down and 10 from about their own 25-yard line.
Yeah, Knock, I was going to say that he missed the ball on the kickoff, but what I call it was just a roly-poly kick down the field, and it was a smart kick because it got past the first, second, went to the third line of Cocoa, and they were trying to pin him deep. They got him, what about at the 22, 23?
Yeah, it looks like they're going to mark him at about the 23-yard line, so not the 25. The first down and 10 for Brady Hart and company. We'll see Jamal Smith and Malachi Coney, the receivers, to the bottom of your screen. Bragg and Boggs, the receivers, at the top of your screen. Brady Hart with time to throw, looks in the middle of the field, and is caught by C.J. Bragg, enough for a first down as he's brought down at about the 35.
Plenty of time back there for the sophomore quarterback. Cocoa line held out the big, powerful defensive line of Eau Gallie, and one play and 1 first down for the Cocoa Tigers.
Hart to Bragg for 12 yards, brings up first down and 10. Boggs, the receiver, at the bottom of your screen. We'll see Darnell Smith check out, Davian Hawkins Ingram check in. Laying the back in the backfield. Sidecar to the left of Hart. Bragg will be the man in motion. Takes the handoff for the jet sweep. Testing the edges of the defense as Bragg's able to get the sideline. Knocked out of bounds. See where they spot him. It looks like they're going to spot him right at the 40. So a gain of about 5 for the Cocoa Tigers.
I mean, you could have sniffed that play out from the get-go. You seen the man in motion going. You know, it was probably a pass-run option there. Gave it to the running back. He was gone if he did not step out of bounds.
Bragg is deceptively fast and really can turn the corner here. So, again, Cocoa Tigers right now testing these edges of this Eau Gallie Commodore defense. 11-12 to go here in the third quarter. 14-0, the Tigers leading the Eau Gallie Commodores. Commodores bring 4. Hart looking deep for Boggs. That one just a little too far out in front. And that was A.J. Forehand, the junior cornerback, in on the coverage.
Looking for the flag there, but excellent coverage by Eau Gallie on that play, bringing up 3rd and 5 for the Cocoa Tigers.
Talked to Coach Ryan Schneider earlier this week and got his thoughts on the progress that we've seen from Brady Hart. He said Brady in the offensive progress and understanding what their strengths are. Brady has handled everything we've thrown at him and will keep improving. His Hart looks at 3rd down and 5 and intended for Boggs, and a penalty flag flies. That will be a pass interference more than likely, and that should be a first down for the Cocoa Tigers.
I thought it was an incidental contact there. You know, it looked like he tripped on the grass, but they're probably going to see it the other way.
Oh, so no, it's not going to be pass interference. It will be holding. So holding on A.J. Forehand, and so that'll give the Cocoa Tigers a first down. Moves the ball to midfield. Interesting battle down there. A.J. Forehand's done a nice job this season. 12 tackles, 5 pass defense, and 2 interceptions. Handoff goes to Lane. Flag comes in on the first down carry. Sorry, that was Malachi Coney, the running back.
Probably going to be a face mask. The defense lineman came in high there. Looked like the hand went across the face. See if it's going to be a personal foul or a 5-yard. Did not say personal, so it's going to be a 5-yard penalty.
Face mask on the Commodores.
So that'll move the ball up to the 45. It'll be first down and 5 with 10:55 to go here in the third quarter. Cocoa Tigers leading 14-0 against the Eau Gallie Commodores. Again, you're going back to last week's Super 7 rankings here on Brevard Sports Network. Tigers number 1, Commodores number 3. Hart hands off to Coney once again. Coney decides, sticks his foot down and keeps on churning those legs across the 40 to about the 35.
That offensive line for the Cocoa Tigers winning the battle here in the third quarter, giving the Cocoa Tigers another first down and opening up that hole for their running back.
Jacquez Joyner, Damian Seymour, John Joyner, Xavier Solis, and Messiah Robinson, those big offensive linemen up front. These guys moving the pile right now. First down and 10, ball on the Eau Gallie 35-yard line. Hart in the shotgun. Chest high snap, looks left, now goes to his right, quickly to Boggs. Boggs catches it at the 30, and that's all he'll get.
Eau Gallie wrapping it up high there, trying to strip the ball of the Cocoa Tiger.
Looks like Bogg will have to come out for probably just a play or two. See Jamal Smith, the sophomore wide receiver, check in for Boggs.
2nd and 5 coming up for Cocoa.
Smith and Bragg, the receivers, at the bottom of your screen. Hawkins Ingram in the slot. Bryant, the receiver, at the top of your screen. Malachi Coney in the backfield. He'll get the handoff. And wrapped up by big number 20, Brandon Brown. Getting that athletic defensive tackle. Gets Malachi Coney back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all he'll get. Brings up 3rd down and 5 for the Tiger offense. They need to get to the 25 for a first down. Boggs back into the ball game. Jamal Smith, the receiver, in the slot at the top of your screen. Bryant, receiver at the top. Boggs and Bragg at the bottom. Hart looking to throw. Goes to the out route, and that'll be caught by Jamal Smith, but he might be just a yard short. Actually, no, they're going to call him 2 yards short. They're going to call him down at about the 27.
4th and 2. Does Coco kick a field goal? And see that.
No, I think it might be just a bit outside of
his range.
Trout's range. Again, you're looking at right now from the 27.
37.
Looking at about 44, 45-yarder here. Cocoa Tigers. Ooh, they might have gotten the Eau Gallie Commodores to jump, and I think they did as a flag comes in.
And that's what you did not want as a Eau Gallie coach. And that's going to give the Cocoa Tigers a first down just outside the Riches Auto Tech red zone.
Ball be spotted about the 22-yard line, 23-yard line. First down and 10. Costly mistake there. Eau Gallie's gotten Cocoa into some 3rd and longs here tonight, but Coco's been able to overcome those. 8:30 to go here in the 3rd quarter. The Cocoa Tigers leading Eau Gallie 14-0, but the Tigers driving. Hart, chest-high snap. Looking to go for C.J. Bragg in the end zone. Touchdown! The Cocoa Tigers add to their lead.
Nice pass from the sophomore quarterback to Bragg out there, the senior, with the touchdown on the night.
Just really nice job. Brady Hart fitting the ball in a very tight window. There was a safety over the top and a corner underneath. I mean, C.J. Bragg did have his man beat, but again, there was a close safety there, so Brady Hart had to put that in a tight window. Nice throw, nice catch by Bragg, and the Cocoa Tigers extend their lead with 8:19 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Extra point pending.
Yeah, very nice throw by the sophomore quarterback of Brady Hart.
Gunner Trout to attempt the extra point, and we got flags flying in from everywhere. So penalty on the Tigers. That'll move them back. C.J. Bragg will hold. Good snap. Kick is on the way. And that kick parts the pillars. So Gunner Trout 3 for 3 tonight. Cocoa Tigers extend their lead 21-0.
The BSN scoreboard around the county. Vieira 21-0 on Baker County. We got Halifax up on Cocoa Beach in the 3rd. MCC up on St. Joseph Academy in the 3rd. Palm Bay still 7-0 halftime on Central. This game right here, 21-0 here at Dick Blake Stadium.
I want to give a big shout out to our good friend Big Jim Williams, making it all possible for BSN to broadcast all of the Cocoa Tiger games this year. Thanks again to Big Jim Williams, again proud supporter of the Cocoa Tigers, as well as the Cocoa Tiger Booster Club.
Heritage 20-9 at halftime on the Merritt Island Mustangs.
8:19 to go in the 3rd quarter. Gunner Trout will kick this one away, and Larice will be backed up into his end zone. It'll be another touchback. And so the Eau Gallie Commodores will start the second half on offense in their own 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Melbourne Bulldogs trail at half by 10. Toho up 17-7 on the Melbourne Bulldogs, but that's been the story of the season for that young Melbourne team. Satellite 34 taking it to Astronaut 34-7. Space Coast down to Cardinal Mooney 34-0.
1st and 10 for Crooms in this offense as they get ready to go to work. Ball sitting on the 20, 1st and 10. Welch and Williams in the backfield with Crooms. B. Williams who gets the hand. No, play action as Crooms goes right to Welch in the flat. Welch able to make one man miss, gets the first down and more. And it looks like we got a flag coming in as well. And
they're getting another 15 yards on that. But Eau Gallie's been trying to run that little bubble out of the backfield all night, not finally getting some yards on that reception.
I was going to say, I mean, Welch is the guy that I think with his speed, just to get out in space, can create. But again, be a first down because of the catch. They're going to spot the penalty at the 30. So likely going to move this 15 all the way up to the Commodore 45. See Dawson Barbaro, T.J. Robinson, the receivers at the bottom of your screen.
Score of this game is 21-0. Cocoa up.
Williams in the backfield on 1st down and 10 after the penalty. Biggs, the receiver in motion. Quick throw to Barbaro here on the hitch route, and he's got the catch and more as he's brought down at about the 42-yard line. Be enough for an Eau Gallie Commodore 1st down, brought down by Josh Brown.
Good play there by the Commodores, moving the chains once again. Do they go back to that same play because that other receiver was deep and wide open in the middle of the field?
Well, I think the thing is that Tiger pass rush is getting after Kroom. So I think for right now, Eau Gallie just has to try and continue to work that short passing game in order to have success, because I just don't know if Krooms will have the time, given the fact that you got Ward, Robertson, Hawkins, Ingram, and Hilson bearing down on you. 1st down and 10, 7.5 to go here in the third quarter. The Tigers lead Eau Gallie 21-0. Krooms in the shotgun. Biggs the man in motion now. Krooms will keep it himself. This time loses the football. Krooms able to recover it, and he'll be backed up at the midfield as Krooms able to escape what could have been potentially disastrous for the Commodores.
Yes, good play there by the Eau Gallie quarterback. Just no pass protection for the quarterback Krooms tonight for Eau Gallie. Now second and a space shuttle to go for the Eau Gallie Commodores. 2nd and 20.
6:57 to go here in the third. 21-0 Cocoa leading the Eau Gallie Commodores. Haven't seen Larice in on offense just yet. Wonder if they come to him if they get to 3rd down. Trips formation, top of your screen. Robinson, Biggs, as Welch gets the pitch out. Welch testing those edges, gains a couple of good yards. He'll get about 4 as he gets to about the 46.
Titusville up 21-17, start of the third quarter on Fleming. That's a good point. I mean, you don't see X-Man out there right now on offense. You know, they can't wait, till the end of the fourth quarter to put him in. You got to put him in now, to throw the Cocoa defense off just to, put him out there at receiver. See if they double team him. That's going to leave somebody else open. You got to come up with something if you're the Eau Gallie Commodores.
3rd down and 14. Biggs the receiver at the bottom of your screen. The Commodores need to get to about the 32 for a 1st down. Biggs the man in motion. Krooms, 3-step drop. Trying to step up, trying to elude pressure, and he's not going to be able to as Davian Hawkins Ingram. No, they haven't whistled it dead. Krooms is still alive, trying to escape pressure, throws it up, and it's caught by DJ. No. Is it intercepted? Maltzby and Guilford were fighting over it. No official call just yet.
And now we have
got a penalty flag flies. Still no official call if it's an interception or a catch.
Now, how does that flag fly from another judge that's not even – I don't understand that when you had 3 refs.
So now the officials are going to talk this over. Again, I don't know if we have an interception, if we have a catch. Didn't exactly signal we got a penalty flag, but whether or not and who that's on, we're going to find out.
I mean, it was a great job by the quarterback to stay alive, kept his feet moving.
I was shocked that the refs didn't blow it there. I thought they would.
Yeah.
So personal foul against the Commodores. So I'm guessing that it's going to be 4th down. So Eau Gallie does get the reception. It is not an interception, but the Commodores will be forced to punt because it'll be 4th down and a mile.
And once again, probably see the X-Men back there to punt. Hopefully they can get some kick coverage back down there on Cocoa to try to pin them within the 30-yard line, but that's going to be a tough feat for the Eau Gallie Commodores. They're going forward, but, towards the end of that drive now, back at their own 39-yard line.
The Eau Gallie Commodores and the Cocoa Tigers doing battle here as we're at the midway point of the third quarter. 21-0, the Cocoa Tigers leading the Eau Gallie Commodores. I want to say a big thanks to Natwick Insurance Team as they are ready to help you with your home insurance and any other personal or commercial insurance needs you may have. Natwick Insurance Incorporated is a trusted choice independent insurance agency that provides insurance solutions with personal service. You can get a free quote online at www.natwickinsurance.com or call 321-735-0381. Returning to action. Ball is all the way back on the Eau Gallie Commodore 39-yard line. And we got another timeout. Timeout this time taken by the Cocoa Tigers.
They have too many on the field out there?
I think that might have been what they were pointing to.
Yeah, they did. I just counted 12. Yep.
All right, so Coach Schneider not happy about burning a timeout on that particular mistake. See Xavier Larice back deep to punt. Larice has 2 punts inside the 20, averaging about 31.2 yards this season on his punts. Back deep to return is C.J. Bragg. Fourth down a mile. Commodores punting. Good snap. Larice gets this one off.
Good kick.
Good kick by Larice, and it's going to be Bragg who has to pick it up, and he loses it. And Emmanuel Small will recover it for the Commodores as they are now sitting on the 26-yard line. An unfortunate mistake again by the Tigers.
What a huge, huge break by Eau Gallie. Now, if Eau Gallie can take advantage of this mistake, there's been 2 mistakes. This is the second one by Cocoa tonight. Eau Gallie could not take advantage of the first one. Can they take advantage of this one? Being now inside the Cocoa 30, their best, field position thus far in the game.
5:06 to go here in the third quarter. Cocoa Tigers leading 21-0 over the Eau Gallie Commodores. Again, a mistake by the sure-handed C.J. Bragg. And Eau Gallie now about 8 yards outside the Richards Auto Tech red zone.
Now, if Larice ain't on offense, I don't know what to do.
See Robinson and Biggs, the receivers at the bottom of your screen. Williams and Welch in the backfield as Crooms trying to find an option to throw to. Looks, and that is incomplete. That was intended for DJ Maltzby.
You got to put X-Man in there, just like I said. If somebody double teams them, that leaves another man open. It gives Eau Gallie another weapon. I know they got weapons on offense, not saying the people they have out there aren't, good enough, but just to throw something at the Cocoa defense that they have not seen yet.
We haven't seen too many inside runs from the Commodores here as of late. Well, it'll be interesting to see what they do here on 2nd down and 10. Williams will be in the sidecar right of Crooms. Barbaro and Robinson, the receivers at the bottom of your screen. Biggs will be the man in motion. Crooms, play action. Looking for the fade route for Maltzby, but that one's too far out in front. Good coverage by the Cocoa Tigers. I believe that was O'Keefe's battle.
Flag out there on the play, probably pass interference or holding.
All right, so, all right, I can see it. Tough to tell if that was O'Keefe, if that was C.J. Hester. I think that might have been Hester actually in on the coverage. So it's a first down. I didn't catch whether it was pass interference or a hold. I got to imagine if is it just holding? All right, so my spotter, Chase, let me know it's a hold, but it's a first down regardless for the Eau Gallie Commodores. Ball now gets moved to about the 17-yard line. So Robinson and Barbaro, the receivers at the bottom of your screen. Maltzby and Biggs, the receivers at the top. Williams to the left of Crooms. First down and 10 on the 17 of Cocoa. Biggs the man in motion. Crooms will hand off to Williams. Williams tries to cut back, and he'll be knocked back as that'll be maybe a no gain as Samandre Hawkins in on the stop.
There's that inside run you were talking about, knock. Eau Gallie just could not open up the hole wide enough for their running back to get through the line there, and no gain on the play brings up 2nd down and 10 for the Eau Gallie Commodores.
It is difficult to run on Hawkins and Parnham. Again, I mean, that is as good a linebacker duo, if not the best linebacker duo in the state right now. Those guys make plays all over the field. Again, Hawkins tonight with a pass defense already. He's got a couple of sacks on the season, too. 2nd down and 10 now for the Commodore offense. Crooms with Welch in the backfield to his left. Ball in the 17. Biggs the man in motion. Crooms 3-step drop, looking deep for Dawson Barbaro. And we've got a catch and a touchdown for the Eau Gallie Commodores.
Man, Coco was all over that receiver. Could have been holding on the defender there, but Eau Gallie, manhandles through that and gets the touchdown on the scoreboard for the Commodores, cutting into this lead 6-21, pending the extra point.
Again, this all set up by a fumble on the punt return, and so the Commodores got the ball on the Coco 27. We'll see Maldonado attempt the extra point. Snap is good, hold is good, kick is on the way, and it's between the uprights and good. The Coco Tigers now lead the Eau Gallie Commodores 21-7 with 3:50 to play here in the third quarter. High school football on Brevard Sports Network is brought to you by American Air and Plumbing, Brevard's go-to pros for Florida Tough AC and plumbing services, and proud sponsor of the Brevard Sports Network, Florida Tough Player of the Month.
21-7 ball game here, Knock.
Yeah, the Coco Tigers have allowed the Eau Gallie Commodores to hang around in this one. Again, you go back to that first half. The Coco Tigers, 2 consecutive possessions. They go down and score touchdowns. Fumbles have been a problem here. They've allowed Eau Gallie to get some life. And again, the Coco Tigers just making mistakes, allowing the Eau Gallie Commodores to get back into this ball game here. Again, the Eau Gallie Commodores defense got to come up with another big stop, but we'll see what happens as you look back. As we got an onside kick, we'll see who comes up with it as Brandon Brown attempted the onside kick. I don't know if it went 10 yards. And the officials are going to say it's first down Commodores.
Wow. I seen the Coco defenders just backing up, and Eau Gallie was just letting it go, and they touched it right at the 50.
We'll see here. Again, the officials are huddling up now, so I don't know if they actually signaled it. Waiting for the officials to huddle up here, but what a call by Chris Sands to try and steal a possession.
Yeah, they just asked for the Eau Gallie ball.
Waiting for the official word.
Great. Now we got
So it's an illegal touching on the Commodores, and so it will not be first down for Eau Gallie. And, again, that ball was really close to 10 yards. So the officials huddled up. They discussed it. That is the call for Coco, as the Coco Tigers will take over at midfield. Illegal touching by Eau Gallie gives Coco the ball.
I don't know, when you had the side judge right there on the spot, and he calls it for Eau Gallie, and I don't know. I'm going to be.
Yeah, like I said, they huddled up about it. They talked about it for a few minutes, and so it is what it is. I know Eau Gallie's still pleading their case, but they're not going to win this one.
And you don't need to get anybody kicked out of the game if you're Eau Gallie. Just play tough defense here, take care of the Coco Tigers on offense like you've been doing.
So 3:49 to go here in the third quarter. The Coco Tigers get the ball for the first time since the 8:19 mark. So 5 minutes of time possession have gone away as Brady Hart sees first down and 10. Pressure coming. The screen is set up well as Lane makes a move. Lane's got blockers out in front. Coming to the near sideline. He's got Boggs in front. There you got a penalty flag that flies. Lane will go into the end zone. We'll wait to see what the penalty flag is, but a nice halfback screen set up by the Tigers pending the penalty.
I was going to say, if you just dive at the receiver there, you're almost giving, the Coco Tigers a touchdown down the sidelines. And, a flag did come in on the run. So you got to think it's a block in the back. Yep.
It's a hold.
Or hold. But they changed this. I learned this from Billy Palmer last week. I believe. Yeah, it's going to be a spot spot foul, I believe.
Yep, spot foul.
And it doesn't go back to the line of scrimmage like, it used to.
So they'll spot the ball now at the 34. Be a gain of about 16 after the penalty. They did mark Lane out at about the 24, so that's where they put the spot there. Hart will hand off to Lane once again. Lane trying to get to the outside. Chased down by Caden Davis.
Good open field tackle by the Eau Gallie Commodores. Loss on the play there of 5 yards.
Take it all the way back to the 38. And again, Coco's trying to test those edges. But you got to give some credit to the linebackers here. Manuel Small, Caden Davis, Ray Berry. They've made some plays here tonight on that from that linebacking core for Eau Gallie. 2nd down and 15.
Look for Coco to go to the far side here. I mean the bigger side.
21-7. The Cocoa Tigers leading the Eau Gallie Commodores. Under 3 minutes to play. Hart going deep, looking for Boggs. That one broken up by A.J. Forehand at the last second.
Nice defensive play there by the Eau Gallie Commodores. Great defensive breakup.
So it'll bring up 3rd down and 14. Cocoa Tigers need to get to the 24 for a first down.
This is 4-down territory for the Cocoa Tigers. Can the Eau Gallie Commodores hold them from getting a first down?
Interesting call here. What does offensive coordinator Coach Franco and head coach Ryan Schneider call here on 3rd down and 14? Hart looks inside quickly to C.J. Bragg. Bragg covering up that ball is brought down at the 25. It'll be close, and it'll be just short of the first down marker. It'll be 4th down and about a yard.
Man, if you're Eau Gallie, you cannot give up that big of a play there on 3rd down. And they're going to look at it. Looks like they might bring in the chains.
We'll see. And
it's just over the 25.
I don't know. Are they going to bring out the chain gang?
It's going to be 4th and inches.
Yep, they are. They're going to bring out the chain gang, and they're going to measure this.
Like you said, Eau Gallie's been hanging in this game. Coco's been letting them hang in the game. They've had short field advantages. They could have took a field goal, and Eau Gallie held them on the 4th down. But Eau Gallie's had the ball. They just only the one time in the end zone tonight.
Well, the Cocoa Tigers have fumbled twice in this game, and Bragg had a big play back in the first half. Unfortunately, on the punt return, a fumble as well. That set up the Eau Gallie Commodore touchdown, and it looks like going to be short on the measurement, so 4th and inches for the Cocoa Tigers.
I don't think you're going to run up the middle if you're Cocoa. I think they're going to try to bounce it to the outside here. But, if you load the box, if you're Eau Gallie, they're going to try to hit you over the top. So it's kind of dang if you do, dang if you don't here. What do you actual call on defense? You have to go with at least a 6-man line.
Right now we're seeing only 4 big guys. And we're seeing a bit of a change here. All right, so we are seeing that Wildcat package. Cocoa Tigers snap to Hawkins Ingram. Hawkins Ingram's going to get the first down. And a nice job there as we saw essentially the goal line package for the Cocoa Tigers. And Davian Hawkins Ingram takes it for the first.
And Eau Gallie had the pressure. They had a man in the backfield. It was a one-on-one. Coco gets the juke and gets the first down, so good play call there by the Tigers.
1st and 10 from the 22 of the Commodores. The Cocoa Tigers just a couple of yards outside the Riches Auto Tech red zone. Trips formation at the top of your screen. Hart in the shotgun. Lane gets the handoff. Lane finds a way to squirt. Makes one man miss. Spins around another guy and will be dropped at the 7.
Just makes that cut. Good running back cut there for the Cocoa Tigers and gets all the way down inside the 10-yard line. 1st and goal, Cocoa.
We're inside the Riches Auto Tech red zone. And again, Latrison Lane having himself a night. I got to imagine the young man's over 80, 85 yards rushing at this point. I don't know if he's cracked the century mark. He's close, if he hasn't. But Lane has done some nice running tonight. So first down and goal from the Commodores 7-yard line. Boggs, the receiver, at the bottom of your screen. Handoff once again to Lane. Lane trying to elude defenders. Brendan Brown, along with others, will wrap him up at the 6.
Good wrap up there by the Eau Gallie defense. Can they hold Cocoa out of the end zone and into a field goal attempt? This is inside the kicker's range.
Gunnar Trout, 4 of 6 this season. 38, the longest he's hit this year. Be second down and goal from the Commodore 6. Ball on the near side hash mark. Boggs and Bragg, the receivers at the bottom of your screen. Hawkins Ingram in the slot. Hart looks to throw on the slant to Javen Boggs for a Cocoa Tiger touchdown.
Touchdown Tigers, number 5, Javen Boggs.
What I call the rover linebacker for Eau Gallie just did not, shift out in time for that quick slant. They audibled to the quick slant and got it for that Cocoa High touchdown.
Gunnar Trout will attempt the extra point. Trout 80% on the season. He's been 3 for 3 tonight. We'll see if he can make it 4 for 4. Snap is high, but the hold is good, and the kick is through the pillars. 28-7. The Cocoa Tigers lead the Eau Gallie Commodores with 31 ticks left before the end of the third quarter.
Now you're Eau Gallie. You're down by 21 again. What can you do? What can different plays you do? Can that offensive line hold out the Cocoa defensive line as they've been getting, busted all night? They got to hold Cocoa out another second for Crooms to get that ball away for the deep pass. They've only been able to dink and doink all night long. So maybe, you get that deep threat from Eau Gallie here. But Cocoa, do they now kick it on time to get the ball back to try to put this game away?
Well, it'll be interesting because right now, I got to imagine Coach Stans and crew are telling their special teams, hey, watch out just in case. I don't know if Cocoa goes and tries to do that. I think you maybe lean on your defense, but, hey, who knows? I didn't think that Eau Gallie was going to kick the onside kick when they did.
Satellite all over Astronaut 47, 20-9 down there at Heritage over Merritt Island.
Trout will kick this one off. Larice will actually be able to return this one from his own 1. Larice looking for room to run. Makes one man miss. Penalty flag comes in. And Larice will be stopped at about the 22-yard line.
And it looks like Eau Gallie is going to be backed up. Penalty flags are flying on that return. So they're going to start deep again in their own end zone. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors tonight, all the way from JT Framing and Remodeling to Natwick Insurance, Riches Auto Tech, American Air and Plumbing. Thank you all to our sponsors. Without you, we could not bring you all of our broadcasts here on the best network on the Space Coast, bringing you sports 24/7 a day here, Brevard Sports Network. We got crew all the way up in Jacksonville, all the way to South Palm Bay. So thank you to our sponsors.
First down and 10 for the Eau Gallie Commodores, backed up to their 7 after the holding penalty. Biggs will be the man in motion. Crooms steps back, looking to throw. Pressure coming, steps up, and he'll be dragged down by a Cocoa Tiger defensive lineman. And that looks like that might have been Zadrian Smith, the junior defensive lineman. Nice job by Zadrian Smith picking up a sack. Be second down at about 13. And that'll do it for the end of the third quarter. The Cocoa Tigers lead the Eau Gallie Commodores 28-7 as we head to the fourth.
Knock, we talked about Cocoa being the number 1, Eau Gallie being the number 3. There's really nobody that can compete, honestly, on paper and pencil with the Cocoa Tigers. They should be, I call it national championship, state title, looking for that second straight state title again this year. Do you keep Rockledge at 2? Does Eau Gallie fall, from 3?
I think for me, again, I want to give credit because Eau Gallie's defense has done some nice things tonight, but I think you got to look at Heritage potentially as maybe jumping up to maybe number 2. I think that's going to be a great debate among us BSN colleagues, but I think ultimately that's where it's at. I don't know if I necessarily move Eau Gallie a whole lot. Again, I'm not going to penalize them because, again, I don't know if there's anybody in Brevard County that can really play with the Cocoa Tigers as we get ready for 2nd down and 13. Biggs the man in motion. Crooms steps back, looking to throw, looking to go deep for Maltzby, and that one is incomplete. Maltzby looking for the flag. Good coverage, though, by C.J. Hester and Josh Brown as it'll bring up 3rd down and 13. Want to say thank you to Jackie Marks for the kind words. Appreciate that.
Yeah, I think you're going to have Cocoa 1, maybe a tie at 2, Rockledge and Heritage. Eau Gallie dropping to 3-4.
Yeah.
They're at 3 right now because I don't think you can put Heritage at number 2 because right now it's only a 20-9 ball game.
One team that we probably really need to start talking about maybe moving up those rankings is the Titusville Terriers. They're going to move to 5-0 tonight. They have done some impressive things. Give a lot of credit to their defense. I don't know what the score was last against Fleming Island, but Titusville might be a team we need to start talking about inside that top 4.
Yep.
Crooms in the shotgun, 3rd down and 13. Ball needs to get to the 18-yard line of Eau Gallie for a 1st down. Crooms drops back, looking to throw. Has to escape pressure. Now rolls to his left. Trying to find an open man. Throws, and that one is going to be incomplete as that one's just too far out of bounds, intended for Dawson Barbaro, but we do have a penalty flag on the back end.
Looked like roughing the passer after he threw the ball.
Flag on the play.
Again, does Eau Gallie get another break here and keep this drive alive? Coco's been letting them hang in there. Folks, and once again, I got to give it to Anthony Nachreiner here. Does his homework, comes back from Montana or wherever the heck he was up north there in the cold, frigid air. I mean, if you come to the press box, he's got 4 or 5 things on the wall. I mean, he does his homework each and every week.
I appreciate it, bud.
It's been a privilege just to be up here in the booth with you tonight.
Well, I appreciate that, D. Really do, man. Like I said, try and do it. I love it, and I love the prep part of it as well as we get to see Crooms and Eau Gallie after the penalty on the Cocoa Tigers moves the ball to about the 22.
1st and 10, Eau Gallie.
Barbaro and Robinson, the receivers at the bottom of your screen. Williams to the right of Crooms. Williams gets the handoff. Williams lowers the shoulder.
Man.
And that is Samadre Hawkins that cuts him out underneath with the legs.
Just for a second, you thought Eau Gallie was going to have a big gaping hole. They did. The linebacker did his job and just making a phenomenal tackle right there for only a 2.5 yard gain for the Eau Gallie Commodores.
Samadre Hawkins just closes so quickly and so fast. 2nd down and 8 for the Commodores. Eau Gallie trailing 28-7 right now to Cocoa with 11:06 to go in the 4th quarter. Biggs the receiver in the slot. Barbaro the receiver on the outside here at the bottom of your screen. Welch will line up in the slot, and I believe that's Biggs on the far side of the field. Williams will line up to the right of Crooms here on 2nd down and 8. Crooms looks to throw. Goes over the middle, and that is caught by Eau Gallie wide receiver at the 45.
Nice way to hang in there by Crooms. Gets the ball out in stride to his receiver. 1st and 10, Eau Gallie. I go back to the Bobby Boucher movie, The Waterboy. We haven't seen X out there, but are we going to say now he's on offense? Just have not seen it yet tonight.
DJ Maltzby makes that catch, and I am curious to see if Eau Gallie can move into Cocoa territory if they bring him out. Barbaro, now the receiver at the bottom of your screen, along with Biggs. Maltzby on that far sideline. Williams to the right of Crooms. First down and 10 from the Commodore 45. Crooms looks to throw, going deep, looking for Barbaro, and that one just too far out in front. Crooms has thrown that deep ball, and he just hasn't been able to connect on it tonight.
Yeah, has not connect on it. Just, the receiver gets tied up a little bit, but it's been about 5 yards over each and every time. Just dial that ball back in just a notch. No pun intended.
We'll see second down and 10 for the Commodores. 10:05 to play here in the fourth quarter, 28-7. Cocoa leading the Eau Gallie Commodores.
I mean, you got Titusville is probably going to give Cocoa a run for this district title in this division.
It'll be interesting. Like I said, Titusville's playing good football. Maltzby, the receiver, at the top of your screen. Barbaro, the receiver, at the bottom. Welch in the slot, and I believe that is Biggs in the slot at the top of your screen. Williams to the left of Crooms here on second down and 10. Parnamans, Hawkins maybe looking to show pressure here, and we got whistles and flags.
Looked like timeout maybe. Oh, no.
Might be a delay of game.
I think he was trying to get the timeout call and didn't get the timeout. Oh, but now they're going to get.
Okay, so they are going to give the timeout to Eau Gallie before the delay of game.
Okay, I got you. They didn't mark it off. I had, when we talked about around the round table, I had Eau Gallie knocking off Rockledge in their division for the I call it the county championship, but district championship.
Well, I think what's interesting here is that again Eau Gallie offensively and that's like I said, they weren't able to stay on the field early in this game. Cocoa did get a good lead on them, but I am curious, as we talk about Eau Gallie and Rockledge. I mean, Rockledge is not blowing away people offensively. And, again, obviously, Eau Gallie's got a good defense. Rockledge has got a good defense. Yeah. That matchup in a couple of weeks is going to get interesting.
Rockledge wins last night 19-16. Channing Clayball on the game-winning touchdown catch for the Rockledge Raiders.
Coming back here, second down and 10 from the 45 of the Commodores. Crooms calling for Biggs in motion across. Hands off to Williams. Williams trying to find some running room. Gets across the 45 to about the 46 before he's brought down by a host of Tigers.
Man, I say it each and every time. If I'm on the sidelines, you see your offensive line just tippy-toeing, walking, and your back's trying to fight for yards. It's just so aggravating as a coach right there. And, Cocoa just does a phenomenal job. They close the holes in quickly, but that offense line for Eau Gallie's got to hold their blocks if they're going to give their running backs a chance.
Welch checks out here on third down and 10. Williams will be the back in the backfield, along with, and this is where we were talking about it, Xavier Larice now in the backfield with Crooms.
And now he's on offense. Halfback pass, maybe?
Well, might be. Third down and 10. Ball needs to get to the Cocoa 45 for a first down. Play action. And it's caught by DJ Maltzby, but Maltzby is taking a lick as that was Josh Brown laying the lumber.
I mean, that hurt me up here.
That was a hard hit. And I talked to Coach Schneider about both of those guys. Jason and Brown, he said they're both leadership guys. They've taken our other young DBs under their wing. They're a reason our young guys are having success. They are the rocks we can count on. And I'll tell you what, I think Maltzby might be feeling like he just got hit by a bunch of rocks.
First time in about 2.5 years, not Eau Gallie, Vieira might have back-to-back wins. Last season, 0 for on the season, won last week, and up on Baker County 28-6.
So Larice still into the ball game. Williams to the left of Crooms. First down and 10 on the Cocoa 44. Larice now the man in motion. Play action. Crooms throws out in the flat to Larice. Larice tries to make one man miss, but upended by O'Keefe's battle, the sophomore cornerback. It'll be a gain of about 7.
And Melbourne now 17-16 trying to tie that game up. It was 17-7 at the half. Thank you, Miss Becky.
8 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Cocoa 28, Eau Gallie 7. as the Eau Gallie Commodores trying to piece together a drive. Again, we're approaching the 9th play of this drive.
Nikki, I called him out on offense. Your son's on offense now. Now, give me some stars and some hearts, and give Knox some stars and hearts.
2nd down and about 4 for the Commodores. Grooms will hand off to Welch. Welch makes one man miss, but is tackled quickly, but is able to escape the arms of Samandre Hawkins. That doesn't happen too often, as Welch using his frame to escape Hawkins' grasp, and it'll be enough for a Commodore first down.
And that's what you want to see if you're a coach of an Eau Gallie running back, churning them legs, just like butter back in the old days. And, I mean, getting that first down. And, you know, maybe is it too late to run the ball for Eau Gallie, but they do get another first down.
Yeah, another first down here, and we got whistles on the far side, and that's going to be an official's water break here. And as we do that.
Is that the first one? That's the first one, I think.
I think that might be the second. I know they didn't do one in the first quarter. I know they didn't do one in the second quarter.
You're supposed to see it up until, October.
Well, maybe not. No, I guess not. I guess it's not the official water break. I guess they were just working on the chains. All right, so we're back at it. First down and 10 for the Commodores. Biggs comes across the formation. Crooms looking to throw, but got pressure, steps up into the pocket, still has the ball, tosses it for Maltzby, and there's a penalty flag that flies. Maltzby is tackled by O'Keefe's Battle at about the 14. We'll see what the penalty flag is.
Do they get the yards with the catch?
Well, I don't know if this is going to be necessarily – this could be offensive pass interference potentially.
It looked like when he went up, he was holding them down. Just my perspective. No, they're –
So, yeah, no, I think it was OPI against the Commodores.
Man, that hurts. Nice, phenomenal catch.
So great improvisation by Crooms, but unfortunately a penalty there negates a big play for the Commodores, and it'll knock them all the way back to the 47-yard line of Cocoa.
6:26, fourth quarter. They got to be getting big plays here for Eau Gallie. They got to be getting big plays. They really need to score on this next play. Is kick it onside. I think the time's running out on them. Great game. Not taking away from anything from both teams. Coco's been playing phenomenal tonight. Letting Eau Gallie hang in there a little bit. I think too long. Coach Ryan Snyder might say after the game, but. Eau Gallie took advantage of the couple turnovers. One time just could not get into the end zone, right before halftime.
Yeah, I mean, as right now we do have that official water break now. But like I said, I mean, the Cocoa Tigers, they've left some points on the board. There's no question about that. They've had some fumbles here tonight. One fumble led to a Eau Gallie Commodore touchdown. The Cocoa Tigers left some points on the board. We'll see, how they bounce back as they get ready for next week. But obviously the Commodores as well. 6:26 to go here on the Rich's Auto Tech scoreboard. 28-7, Tigers leading the Eau Gallie Commodores. Curious to see how the rest of the action's been going. But fans, make sure you check out the BSN postgame show at Walk-Ons as Jackson Robb, myself, Caleb Brown, and Logan at Pettit will be over at Walk-Ons as we'll be breaking down all the action from tonight's games, letting you know what's going to happen going forward. And also, fans, make sure you check out Sunday Night Show for Brevard Sports Network's newest rankings in the Super 7. So after the offensive pass interference and after the official's water break, it'll be first down and a mile for the Commodores. And we've got another penalty flag.
Should be offsides on Cocoa, what I had.
And it's a false start against the Commodores. So that'll back them up 5 more yards and back them up into their own territory at the 48-yard line.
First and a bright line train to go for the Eau Gallie Commodores.
I've seen those things. They move.
Hey, the faster trains here now in Brevard County. Faster.
They don't stop in Brevard County, though.
No.
They need to put a stop either here or Cocoa Beach or somewhere in Brevard County. 5:47 to go here. 28-7. Cocoa leads Eau Gallie. Eau Gallie facing first down and a mile. Crooms escaping, looking for some open guys. Throws it quickly to Williams, and Williams will be knocked down. Another loss of yardage as he's knocked back at the 43-yard line.
He tried to pump fake it one too many times right there on Eau Gallie. I think they're just trying to wing and a prayer right now, Knock. I mean, just taking way too much time. Not in that hurry, mental time frame.
Mm-hmm.
And, down by 21, it's.
Yeah, I think at this point we can kind of look at this and go, okay, I think the Tigers are going to come away with a W here tonight. We're under 5 minutes to play, and right now the Tigers lead 28-7.
Eau Gallie's been hanging in with them tonight.
No, I mean, listen, the Eau Gallie defense has given this Eau Gallie offense a lot of opportunities to try and cut into this lead tonight. But, again, Eau Gallie's offense has just had mistakes where they've lost yardage on plays as Crooms drops back to throw. That one is picked off by Durand Guilford. Guilford already with an interception on the season, finds his second, and that ends what was a promising drive for the Commodores.
Yeah, just a bad mistake there by Crooms, the quarterback for Eau Gallie. Now the defense comes back on the field. I think that's the longest rest Eau Gallie's defense has had this whole game.
11 plays on that drive.
But just like we talked about, it's a little too late. Coco's going to get the W here. I probably should take that back because, what happened.
I don't think we're going to see that happen twice.
No, I don't think so.
4:37 to play here in the fourth quarter. Brady Hart and the Cocoa Tigers with their third drive of the second half. Brady Hart drops back to throw. Going deep, looking for Boggs, and it's a catch made at the 22. Coach Sands wants an offensive pass interference call. Don't think he's going to get it. They're going to call him down at the 20, and what a catch there by Boggs from Brady Hart.
Tied up in the fourth quarter. 17-17. Can the Dogs come back with a W?
That'd be a big win for them.
And then I won't hear it from Panucci. Maybe he didn't get a safety yet because I already told him his son's flag team got a safety before he did.
Football in Panucci's family just runs deep. Brady Hart now first down and 10 from the 20 is eluding pressure, and it's a fumble, and the Eau Gallie Commodores are going to fall on it. And they're going to fall on it at the 25. Brady Hart, sack stripped. That might have been Josh Roberts, I think it was, who brought the pressure and stripped him. And the Cocoa Tigers will give it right back. 3-1, the turnover margin tonight, not in the favor of the Tigers.
No, not in the favor of the Tigers. And, we talked about it. The defense from Eau Gallie been hanging in there just like, we talk about Jeff Panucci and the Melbourne Bulldogs and his defense. They try to hang in there. Their offense finally helping them out tonight a little bit, taking advantage. They had 6 turnovers last week, against Orange Park. Could not get the W. Maybe they get the win on the road tonight.
Crooms right now in the shotgun. Maltzby, the receiver at the top of your screen. Dawson Barbaro, the receiver at the bottom of your screen. Got to imagine that Crooms and the Eau Gallie Commodores will go to the air. First down and 10 from the Commodore 25. Quick throw to Mekhi Biggs on the out route. That'll get him to the 30, a gain of about 5.
2nd and 5 coming up for the Eau Gallie Commodores, getting late into this fourth quarter at Dick Blake Stadium up here in Cocoa. Cocoa leads 28-7 over the Eau Gallie Commodores.
Crooms in this shotgun. 2 wide receivers set once again. Quickly throws to Barbaro on the flat, and Barbaro hit hard and slammed to the ground by C.J. Hester. His forward progress will take him to about the 33.
And he was trying to get out of bounds there. Sometimes they throw that flag on, the more contact there, but did not get the flag for Eau Gallie. Keeps him in bounds. Good play there by the Tigers. 3rd and 2 coming up. Vieira twice two-time winners here on BSN, 28-6 over Baker County.
Under 3 minutes to play here in the fourth, 28-7. Cocoa leading. Eau Gallie as Crooms throws it quickly to Biggs. Biggs gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that'll be about it. And that'll bring up fourth down and about a – okay, never mind. They're going to give him forward progression. They're going to say he's down at the 35, and they're going to say first down. So they're going to give him the forward progress at the 35. I did not think he had it. But they're going to say first down at the 35, be first down and 10, new set of downs for the Commodores as the clock continues to roll with 2.5 to go here in the fourth. Again, check out the Walk-Ons postgame show. About 45 minutes after we're off the air, you can find us. We'll break down all the action from tonight's games. Crooms drops back, pressure coming from the Tigers. Flag flies, likely for holding. Williams will grab the catch, and he'll be hit hard by Parham as he drops him at about the 36.
I think if you're Cocoa, you take the yardage there. It's just 2 yards, and it's going to be second down instead of giving, the Eau Gallie, first down. I know it's going to be a train ride to go for the Commodores, but let's see what they do here. And I heard Alan said you're buying tonight, Knox, so I said I might stop by. Since I'm on the road tonight, not at Tom McIntyre Stadium, I'm north of Vieira, so someone's.
I was going to say you don't venture north all that often.
No, I don't. No, I like to go 10 miles home. Go get my pregame meal at Hooters. Go over to the stadium.
There you go. First down and 20 now for the Commodores as they back them up. Welch will split out into the slot. We're under 2 minutes to go here. Crooms, again, getting pressure from Hilson. Crooms has got to throw this one away. And 3 receivers there for the Commodores in the vicinity. Be incomplete.
Just cannot get enough time on that offensive line. Cocoa defense all over the Eau Gallie Commodores offensive line tonight. It's been a pretty tight game, but Eau Gallie just has not capitalized on offense. Like you said, 3-1 turnovers, Eau Gallie winning that battle. But, when your defense is on the field 75% of the time, you're not automatically going to win the ball game.
No, I was going to say, the Eau Gallie Commodores defense, you got to give them credit, again, getting those turnovers, special teams-wise, too. Just offensively, they just couldn't sustain drives. As Crooms will hand off to Welch. Welch will gain about 5 or 6 yards, good hard-earned yards, as he gets up to about the 32-yard line. And that'll bring up third down and long as we got 90 ticks left before the final whistle.
20-9 in the third quarter still.
Is that here?
Nope, sorry. It finally just updated. 36-9 fourth quarter at Heritage. Satellites all over Astronaut.
So I think the question becomes who's number 2 between Heritage and possibly Rockledge, as we'll see Welch get the handoff. He gets hit hard, but still tackled by a bunch of Tiger defenders.
Looked like the helmet there.
Leading the way was Josh Brown, and then cleaning it up was Javian Hilson.
Just one after another hit by the Cocoa Tigers, just laying that wood.
I'll tell you what, those safeties, Chasen as well as Josh Brown, I don't want to get hit by those guys.
No, sir. And the X-Man comes on to punt this ball away once again.
So 30 seconds to go here before the final whistle.
Mama X, safe travels to you getting home. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Thank everybody for tuning in to the game.
Thanks to everyone watching here tonight as Larice will punt this one away. Likely let this one go. Takes a Tiger bounce, and the Commodores will down it at the 37. So we'll have one more play and likely the victory formation.
Knock, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for welcoming me up here.
It's been a pleasure to have you,
hey,
Double D. Like I said, man, two Mel High alums, man.
Yeah, once again, folks, this man does his homework. Papers everywhere, had me in the game. If I had more time not doing electrical work, I'd try to do a little bit more. prep work. But awesome job by you guys tonight. Chase on the camera, thank you. Thank you to all of our sponsors. Please, once again, join us at Walk-On tonight as Cocoa will remain number one and gets the victory 28-7 here on the Vard Sports Network.
Commodores will drop to 4-1. Tigers will move to 3-1.
Stopped it.
And that is your ball game. Final score, Cocoa 28, the Eau Gallie Commodores 7. Want to thank our sponsors tonight, Natwick Insurance, American Air and Plumbing. Also want to give a big shout out to our good friend, Big Jim Williams, who makes it possible, along with the Cocoa Tigers Booster Club. And again, folks, also want to give a big shout out to our good colleague, Donnie Reber, who is battling cancer right now. Again, thoughts and prayers with Donnie tonight as he continues to battle, as his family continues to battle with him. Folks, keep him in your thoughts and prayers. If you can make financial contributions, that would be outstanding as well, again, to help out his family. So, again, Donnie, hope you're doing well, man. Keep on fighting, and we are thinking of you over here in the Space Coast. Real quick, Double D, final thoughts? Anything tonight?
Cocoa remains number one. It's going to be the question, where do we put, 2, 3, and 4? I think it's Heritage is going to, Heritage faithful down there are going to say, hey, we're number 2. Rockledge does have the toughest schedule. Gone to Duncanville, got their butts whipped. Butts whipped the first week. I think it's a tie between, 2 and 3. Eau Gallie drops a 4 in my eyes. Just my perspective. You got to look at Titusville, Merritt Island at 5 in the 5 slot. But tonight, Eau Gallie wins the turnovers. Offense could not, get them in the end zone. Defense did its job. Cocoa let them hang in too long. Cocoa almost let this game get away.
And the Cocoa Tigers will get back to work next week. The Eau Gallie Commodores the same. And that is going to do it for us from Richard Blake Stadium. I'm Anthony Nachreiner. Double D Daryl Durand joining us as well. Chase Alexander on the camera. We'll see you at Walk-Ons. Have a great night, folks.